Hello, welcome to the Virtual Options Information Evening for St John Fisher Catholic High School. My name is Miss Lewis, I'm the Assistant Head in charge of Curriculum. I'm going to talk to you about the options process. I'm going to introduce the pathways and choices that you'll have and explain where you can go for more help and support. I've shared our mission statement here because it very much sums up the values that underpin our curriculum. We want our students to have a bespoke curriculum, a personalised curriculum that is broad and balanced, but also offers choices to equip our students to progress in life beyond the college, beyond the school, beyond our four walls. Let me start by explaining what is happening and when. We have a virtual launch, you're listening to it now, which goes live on Tuesday the 26th of January. Students will also be having a launch assembly the same day. They'll get a hard copy of the information book, and we will send out a link to the website which you're listening to now, which features this presentation and subject-specific presentations on the options subjects. The deadline is Friday the 11th of February. They can apply through our platform called Sims Options Online. The instructions for which and any guidance is also in the back of the information booklet. I'll then meet all students who need extra support or advice between March and April to guide them further. We have a core curriculum. These are the subjects listed here in line with the national curriculum. These students are required to take these subjects, they're expected to, so no choices need to be made here. What then happens is we have three pathways in our options process for our students. We guide students down an appropriate route based on the academic information and the professional knowledge that we have. The first pathway is called the orange pathway. It's usually directed at students who have a strong academic profile. They may be considering progression in education beyond Key Stage 4. We try to encourage them to choose humanities and a language. Firstly, we recommend this because we know this combination of subjects, as you can see here, demonstrates challenge and academic rigour, and therefore it not only prepares them for study beyond Key Stage 4, but it puts them in a good position to take up places, if necessary, into higher education. What you've then got here, of course, are the further choices that can be made from quite a diverse range of subjects at this point. You can see we have everything from computer science, geography, history, right through to the more practical subjects like sports studies, and the more creative subjects, art, textiles, music, drama, media studies. Our second pathway is the blue pathway. That's aimed at students who may choose either or both, if they choose to, language and humanities, and they're free to make their choices, but who may also be interested in a broader choice and a possible vocational route, looking at subjects beyond GCSE. Subject choices here, as you can see, are the same across all of the pathways. Students are free in the blue pathway to select two of these to study, to accompany their other choices. The final pathway is our yellow route. It's designed to offer the same choice of subjects as everyone else, yet we also build in learning support or English as an additional language as an option to support students further, not only with their literacy and numeracy, but also to support their study of their other subjects and boost their grades further. They will also be able to choose two of these subjects as well. They may wish to consult Mrs. Sennett or even myself, and we're happy to advise and support students with these choices if they need help. I want also to flag up the fact that whilst we do offer GCSE Polish as a timetabled option to a few students, we are also able to enter students for their own home language on top of their other studies should they wish, and they can ask myself or Mr. Young for more information if needed. I thought I would share some questions here for students to reflect upon when making their choices. It needs to go beyond whether you like a subject or a teacher. It requires you or students to think further about their possible future routes, their aspirations, but also consider the level of challenge they might be looking for and have some realistic conversations essentially with themselves or even their class teachers about how successful they've been so far. In terms of how you can support students making further choices, I'd ask you to start by simply talking to them. Encourage them perhaps to speak to other students doing the subjects, thinking about what it's really like how much work they get, what assessment process takes place, whether they like the subject or not. Ask them to think about researching their future, specific career or higher education qualification in mind. Can they speak to career advisors, do some research on the internet to think about routes that might be logical to progress down? Encourage them to make a list perhaps of the good and the bad points of each subject, taking into account things like how easy or difficult, how much work they might have to do, what the assessment style is. And then finally, don't forget, your child's teachers are also there to help them make sensible choices about their future and give them advice and support. Finally, I wanted to conclude this presentation by showing you a reminder of the staff here available to support and advise you as a student or your child in making these choices. Your deadline for Sims options online is the 11th of February, which is a while away, but we want you to consider this thoughtfully and to ask for help if needed. Next, I advise you to watch some of the subject presentations in the link on the website. Look at the information booklet. And finally, I want to wish you good luck with the process and thank you very much for listening.